My toxic manager made my life hell for 2 years, so I recorded everything and sent it to corporate the day before her promotion. Veronica started as our department supervisor when I was 26, fresh out of my marketing coordinator role. She seemed professional during the first week. Tailored suits, firm handshakes, talks about elevating our team's performance. I actually felt lucky to work under someone so polished. She had an MBA from Northwestern and spoke confidently about streamlining processes. The mask slipped fast. By week 3, she was scheduling mandatory 7 a.m. meetings, then showing up at 7:30 with Starbucks, explaining she'd been networking with leadership. The rest of us would sit there, bleary-eyed, waiting for her grand entrance. When I mentioned the early start time was difficult with my train schedule, she smiled coldly. "Commitment isn't convenient," she said, stirring her venti caramel macchiato. "Maybe this role isn't the right fit for your lifestyle." The psychological warfare escalated quickly. She'd assign urgent projects at 5:50 p.m. on Fridays, demanding them completed first thing Monday morning, not Tuesday, not when you get a chance. Monday at 8 a.m. sharp, she'd approve my vacation requests for scheduling, then forget to process them in the system until I'd already lost the hotel deposits and flight cancellation fees had kicked in. During team meetings, she'd ask my opinion on campaigns or strategies, wait for me to start speaking, then interrupt me mid-sentence to say, "Actually, let's hear from someone with more experience in this area." My coworker David watched this happening and pulled me aside after one particularly brutal meeting where she'd made me present my entire project proposal, then systematically torn it apart in front of the entire team for lacking strategic vision and missing key demographic insights. "She's targeting you," he whispered as we walked to the break room. "I've been here 3 years, and I've never seen her treat anyone else like this. It's like she's got a personal vendetta." He was right. Veronica was charming with senior management, always volunteering for high-visibility projects and name-dropping her weekend golf games with the VP of sales. She was supportive with my teammates, offering flexible schedules and praising their work publicly. But with me, she was absolutely vicious, finding fault in everything from my email formatting to the way I organized my desk. I couldn't figure out why until I overheard her talking to Rebecca, another supervisor by the copy machine one afternoon. I was in the supply closet grabbing printer paper when their conversation drifted through the thin walls. "She reminds me of myself at that age," Veronica said, and I could hear the disgust in her voice. "Ambitious, confident, always speaking up in meetings. It's disgusting how entitled these young women are now." The breaking point came during my performance review. She'd been building a case against me for months, documenting every bathroom break that lasted longer than 5 minutes, every minute I arrived after 8:59 a.m., every project that was 99% perfect instead of flawless. She had a manila folder 2 inches thick. "Your attitude has become concerning," she said, sliding a formal written warning across the table. "Multiple colleagues have complained about your negativity." I knew this was a lie. My teammates regularly thanked me for covering their mistakes. "Who complained?" I asked. "That's confidential, but the pattern is clear. I signed because I needed the job, but that night, I made a decision. That's when I started recording everything. I couldn't fit what happens next in this short video. Watch the rest down below."